Hello. I couldn't leave you hanging any longer. So we read chapter 21 and 22, and at the very end of it, they're at the party. All the decorations are there. It's perfect. Everybody's there except the Dewberry Boys. And all of a sudden, it starts pouring rain. Chapter 23. I bet you have some predictions. I wish I could hear them. Save the sandwiches! Gloria Dump yelled to me. Save the punch! I got my dog pictures, said Sweetie Pie. She went running around, tearing them off the trees and the chairs. Don't worry, she kept shouting. I got 'em. I grabbed the platter of egg salad sandwiches, and the preacher grabbed the punch, and we ran into the kitchen with them. And when I ran back outside, I saw that Amanda had a hold of Miss Franny Block, and she was helping her into the house. Miss Franny was so teetery in those high heels that the rain would have knocked her right over if Amanda hadn't helped her. I grabbed Gloria Dump's arm. I'm all right, she said. So she put her hand on my arm and held on tight. I looked around the garden before we left. All the crepe paper was melted, and the candles were out, and I saw Otis. He was standing there by his jar of pickles, looking down at his feet. Otis! I hollered over the rain. Come on, we're going inside. When we got into the kitchen, Amanda and Miss Franny were laughing and shaking themselves off like dogs. What a downpour, said Miss Franny. Wasn't that something? That came right out of nowhere, said the preacher. Woo-wee, said Gloria. Dog? Squawked Gertrude. I looked at her. She was just sitting on the kitchen table. The thunder was booming and cracking. Oh, no, I said. I looked around the kitchen. Don't worry, said Sweetie Pie. I saved my dog pictures. I saved them. I got them right here. She waved around her wad of magazine pages. No, where's Winn Dixie? I shouted. I forgot about him. I was just thinking about the party, and I forgot all about Winn Dixie. I forgot about protecting him from the thunder. Now, Opal, the preacher said, he's probably right out in the yard, hiding underneath a chair. Come on, I'll help you look. Hold on, said Gloria Dump. Let me get a flashlight and an umbrella. But I didn't want to wait. I went out, running. Into the yard. I looked under all the chairs and around all the bushes and the trees. I called his name really loud. I felt like crying. It was my fault. I was supposed to hold on to him, and I forgot. Opal! I heard the preacher call. I looked up. He was standing on the porch with Gloria, and Dunlap and Stevie Dewberry were there too. Your guests are here, said the preacher. I don't care, I hollered. Come up here, Gloria Dump said, her voice all hard and serious. She shone her flashlight down at me. I walked up onto the porch, and she handed me the flashlight. Now, tell these boys hello, she said. Tell them you're glad they're here, and you will be right back as soon as you find your dog. Hi, I said. Thank you for coming. I just got to find Winn Dixie, and then I'll be right back. Stevie stared at me with his mouth wide open. You want me to help? Dunlap said. I shook my head and tried not to cry. Come here, child, said Gloria Dump. She reached for me and pulled me close and whispered into my ear. There ain't no way you can hold on to something that wants to go. You understand? You can only love what you got while you got it. She squeezed me hard. Good luck now, she cried. The preacher stepped off the porch and into the rain. Good luck, said Miss Franny. She called from the kitchen. That dog ain't lost, I heard Sweetie Pie holler to somebody inside. That dog is too smart to get lost. What do you think? I turned around and looked back, and the last thing I saw was the porch light shining on Dunlap's bald head. It made me sad to see him standing on Gloria Dump's porch, his bald head glowing. Dunlap saw me looking and raised his hand and waved. I didn't wave back. Should we go on? All right. Chapter 24. Me and the preacher started walking and calling Winn-Dixie's name. I was glad it was raining so hard because it made it easier to cry. I cried and cried and cried, and the whole time I was calling, Winn-Dixie! Winn-Dixie! The preacher shouted, and then he whistled loud and long. But Winn-Dixie didn't show up. We walked through the downtown. We walked past the Dewberry's house and the Herman W. Block Memorial Library and Sweetie Pie's yellow house and Gertrude's pets. We walked out to the Friendly Corners trailer park and looked beneath our trailer. We walked all the way to the Open Arms Baptist Church of Naomi. We walked past the railroad tracks and right on down to Highway 50. Cars were rushing past us, and their taillights glowed red, like mean eyes staring at us. Daddy, I said, Daddy, what if he got run over? Opal, said the preacher, we can't worry about what might have happened. All we can do is keep looking. We walked and walked, and in my head, I started on a list of 10 things that I knew about Winn-Dixie, things that I could write on big old posters to put up around the neighborhood, things that would help people look for him. Number 1, he had a pathological fear of thunderstorms. Number 2, he liked to smile using all his teeth. Number 3, he could run fast. Number 4, he snored. Number 5 was that he could catch mice without squishing them to death. Number 6, he liked to meet people. Number 7, he liked to eat peanut butter. Number 8, he couldn't stand to be left alone. Number 9, he liked to sit on couches and sleep in bed. Number 10, he didn't mind going to church. I'm going to stop there. I know, I'm mean. I'll see you next time.